Hello everybody.
Hello, lovers of mystery, riddle, and challenge. What's up?
Nothing? Our planet is still spinning, like always? Good. Now, are you ready to take part in a journey by the ship of mystery?
A ship crossing the seas and the oceans of this beautiful planet.
First of all, did it take you too long to figure out today's date?
Or some of you, so far, have not been able to answer the last question.
Okay, here's the solution. So we're looking for a day of the year, and we don't have any information about it.
We don't event yet know the direction of travel of the ship.
It sounds fun, interesting.
Wait, there's a tip of the thread, we start from it. What explains the captain's grief and his assistant's joy the moment the ship crossed the international date line?
Assuming the ship is heading from Tokyo to San Francisco, this means that we will delay the time on the ship by 24 hours. That is, everyone on the ship will live that day twice, there's a repetition of the same day, and there's no loss on a day that grieves the captain. Whereas, if the ship was heading from San Francisco towards Tokyo, they will have to advance the ship's clock 24 hours, meaning that they will jump over an entire day of the year, and the ship will not live it like the rest of the inhabitants of the Earth.
This explains the captain's grief, and confirms to us the direction of the ship. But what explains the joy of his assistant? What day will the ship cross the international date line?
In your opinion, of all the days of the year, what is the day when, if we have passed it, the captain is very sad, and his assistant is very happy? You will check all 365 days a year, but, unfortunately, you will find the same, and you will not find a day in it if we exceed it. The captain is sad, and his assistant is happy at the same time, and for the same reason. So we have nothing left but to use a special day, which comes to us once, every 4 years.
What did you say? Leap year? And today, at that moment, it is B. 28th of February.
Yeah, well done. The answer, confirmed to us by the smile of joy of the assistant, and not just the sadness of the captain. The captain, born on February 29th, celebrates his birthday once every 4 years, but crossing the international date line, he will swallow with him the memory of his birthday, this year.
But why his assistant rejoiced so much?
The young assistant, born on March 1st. For the past 3 years, every time the ship crossed the international date line, on such a day, it jumped the time from February 28th, straight to March 2nd, and the poor man was deprived of celebrating his birthday for 3 consecutive years. But, not this year, crossing the international date line, he will swallow with him on February 29th, reserving for him the day of March Wahid.
For this reason, his smile widened as he was about to change the timing. But the captain stopped him, shouting,
"Stop. It won't do us any harm if we wait a few minutes." He decided to steal a little time doing everything he used to do, since the anniversary of his first birthday at the age of 4, on this ship in which he grew up, where his father was the captain before him. Quickly, head to the Great Hall, where the passengers are spending their time. He played a Beethoven piece on the piano, which he began to learn since the anniversary of his first birthday, at the age of 4, and then he played a one-table match, with an old sailor, 70 years old. After that, he went to the dance floor, since he was 4, and he repeats the same dance too, on every anniversary, and finally he turned towards the refreshment table, and on his way to it, his assistant asked him about the result of the backgammon. The old sailor was the father of the assistant.
The captain smiled, informing him that he had won this time, and the score was 6 for 5, and then went to cut the big cakes, which the ship's cook had prepared for him. The assistant pursed his lips, reviewing the travel papers of a young widow, standing in front of him, and then murmured,
"What arrogant!"
The widow contemplated the captain, cutting cakes, and then whispered,
I don't see a wedding ring on his finger. How old is he, you see?
The assistant looked with his eyes at the widow's papers, about her age, and then answered sarcastically.
Your age, and my age, lady.
She cheered, with joy.
That suits me.
It seems that at such an age, the young widow was impressed. She stood attentively contemplating the captain, thinking about the future. She said to herself, shifting her gaze between Captain Alexander and the old sailor.
When I reach menopause, he will be the age of this old sailor.
Then she laughed at her secret, muttering,
Come on, until then, we still have many years of happiness ahead of us.
This is how she was thinking as she meditated with the captain, while the assistant standing next to her was peeking at her, wondering what makes a beautiful young woman like her admire this old man, and ignore him, the young man. Now, smart people, can you guess how old the captain's assistant is? As usual, I'll leave you with the question, and I'm going to prepare a new puzzle. Bye bye.